Imagine buying your dream property. You sign the paperwork, you transfer the money, everything looks perfect. Then, a few months later, you realize one small detail has turned into a very expensive lesson. Today, I'm going to share 6 red flags every property buyer should know before investing. And trust me, the last one is probably the most dangerous of them all. Red flag number 1. The price is too good to be true. Let me ask you a question. If somebody offered you a Rolex for half the market price, what would be your first reaction? You would probably ask, what's wrong with it? But when it comes to real estate, many people do the exact opposite. They see the property that's much cheaper than everything else around it and immediately think they have found the deal of the century. Let's say every apartment in the area is selling for 1.5 million, then you find the one for 1.2 million. Most buyers get excited. Experienced investors get curious because the first question isn't how much am I saving? The first question is why is it cheaper? Maybe it faces a construction site, maybe the layout is poor, maybe the view is blocked, maybe there are maintenance issues, or maybe the seller knows something that you don't. Here's what I've learned. Good deals do exist, but they are rare. Most of the time, if a property is significantly cheaper than everything around it, there is a reason. That doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. It means you need to understand exactly what you are buying and why you're getting that discount. Because in real estate, discounts are rarely free. So if you find a property that's much cheaper than everything else, don't get excited first. Get curious first. Red flag number 2. You can't explain why you are buying it. This one is my favorite. Let me ask you something simple. If I asked you right now why you're buying this property, could you answer this in one sentence? Most people can't. They say things like, it just feels right. My friend bought there. Everyone else is talking about it. The sales agent recommended it. These are not investment reasons. These are emotional reasons. A good property should have a clear reason behind it. Maybe it's strong rental demand, future infrastructure, limited supply, prime location, long-term appreciation potential. If you can't clearly explain why you're buying it, you probably shouldn't be buying it. Red flag number 3. The area has no identity. This one sounds strange, but it's one of the most overlooked red flags in real estate. Think about the most successful communities. People instantly know what they're known for. Some are known for family living, some for luxury, some for beachfront lifestyle. Others attract young professionals. The moment someone mentions the community, you immediately know who wants to live there. Now, here's the problem. Some communities stand for absolutely nothing. They are not known for luxury, they're not known for the families, not for investors, even not for professionals. And when an area has no identity, demand becomes weaker. Because if I ask 100 people, why would you choose this community, and nobody has a clear answer, that's the problem. Strong communities create emotional demand. People don't say, I need an apartment. They say, I want to live in downtown. I want to live in Dubai Marina, or I want to live on Palm Jumeirah. That's the difference. The location itself becomes the brand, and branded locations usually attract more tenants, more buyers, better resale demand, and strong long-term growth. So before buying any property, ask yourself one question. If someone called me in 5 years and asked why they would live there, would I have a strong answer? If the answer is no, you might be buying in a property with no identity. Great communities don't chase demand. Demand chases them. Red flag number 4, extreme payment plans. This one is the most misunderstood aspects of buying real estate because let's be honest, everybody loves a good payment plan. 80-20, post-handover plans, low monthly installments. On paper, it sounds amazing, and sometimes it genuinely is. But here's the question most buyers never ask. Why is the developer offering it? Think about it. If the project is selling extremely well and the project is generating strong demand, does the developer really need aggressive incentives? Probably not. So when you see a very attractive payment plan, don't just look at the offer. Look at the reason behind the offer. Maybe it's a launch strategy, or maybe sales are moving slower than expected. The payment plan should never be the reason you buy. I've seen buyers purchase properties they barely understood simply because the monthly payments looked comfortable. A great payment plan doesn't necessarily mean a great investment. At the end of the day, you're not investing in a payment plan, you're investing in a property. Ask yourself, if the project had a standard payment plan, would I still want to buy it? Because great investments are chosen because of the fundamentals. The payment plan should be a bonus, not the reason for the decision. Red flag number 5. Don't let amenities distract you. Here's something many buyers get wrong. They spend more time looking at amenities than the actual investment. Today, some projects advertise everything imaginable: cinema room, gaming lounges, paddle courts, sky gardens, ice baths. And don't get me wrong, these things are great. They definitely enhance lifestyle. But here's the real question. Would you rather own a great property in a great location or an average property with fancy amenities? Because long-term value is rarely driven by amenities. It's driven by location, demand, rental potential, future growth, community quality. I've seen projects with incredible amenities struggle because the location wasn't strong. And I have seen projects with basic amenities perform extremely well because people genuinely wanted to live there. Enjoy the amenities, but don't let them distract you from the fundamentals, because amenities help sell properties, demand creates value. Red flag number 6, buying with emotions. This might be the most dangerous red flag of them all. You walk into the property, the views are stunning, the design is beautiful, you can already imagine yourself living there, and suddenly you stop thinking like an investor and start thinking emotionally. I've seen buyers ignore bad locations, high service charges, weak rental demand, overpriced properties simply because they fell in love with an apartment. Here's the truth. Your dream home and a good investment are not always the same thing. Before buying any property, ask yourself, do I want this property, or does this property make financial sense? Because emotions help sell real estate, but numbers build wealth. So before buying any property, watch out for these 6 red flags. The price is too good to be true, you can't explain why you're buying it, the area has no identity, extreme payment plans, too much attention on amenities, and buying with emotions. Remember this, the biggest mistake in real estate isn't buying the wrong property. It's ignoring the warning signs before you buy. If you found this helpful, follow for more real estate insights and tell me in the comments, which of these red flags do you think is the most dangerous?